You have this fight, you have the movie, and then you have the coverage of, you know, who you're dating, your personal life, beef with rappers and all.
I don't even know what you're talking about. If I have to be honest, like, social media is not a real place. People do crazy stuff all the time, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I guess with it, you know, you having all these followers, and then stardom comes like hate and all this different type of stuff. But only thing I've noticed is that people are very intimidated by natural Black women.
So you're saying it's not true?
Is what true?
Is all the whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true?
I don't have nothing to do with that. I have been open in all my relationships that I've had. All of them.
This is made a story because Pap.
I don't even know nothing about that.
I'm just saying that's why it's being made a story, is because
I am 29. So how can I know about any of that? Let's just be honest. So this is what I'm saying. When I'm ready to announce who I'm with, I will do that. But till then, everything else is just speculation, and the internet, once again, is not a real place. It's not real.
Claressa Shields is used to big fights in the ring. She's unbeaten and always ready for a challenge. But recently, her world got turned upside down by hip-hop couple Remy Ma and Papoose. It all started with a shocking claim. Someone said, Remy had her crew slip a banned substance into Claressa's drink. If true, that could have knocked her out of her big match against Danielle Perkins and stripped her of titles she spent years earning. Claressa was furious. She trained hard for that fight, and this rumor threatened to destroy her reputation. Things almost got physical when she showed up at Remy's house, ready to demand answers. Luckily, Papoose stepped in. He reminded Claressa that an altercation could wreck her career and even cost her boxing license. Thanks to his calm words, she backed off, at least for now. But everyone's watching to see what happens next. Will the truth come out? And can Claressa get back to focusing on her training instead of dealing with hip-hop drama?
I know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever friend. He done came out and done said it. It's not a thing of me having the issue with her. My only issue is why you leaked my number. It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. Don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home and stuff like that. Because that's not what happened. We would still not be public, or people wouldn't know still right now, because that's not how he does things. That's not how I'm doing things moving forward. Like for me, I'm just not like that. I'm not fighting over no man. She's mad that he...
To understand how everything spiraled out of control, we need to rewind to the very beginning. Papoose and Remy Ma had built a reputation as a devoted hip-hop power couple, weathering 6 years of Remy's prison sentence, sharing business, projects, and co-parenting their son with unwavering loyalty. Yet, whispers of infidelity surfaced during a particularly rocky phase in their relationship, fueling public curiosity when they briefly separated. Enter Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion known for her straightforward attitude. She befriended Papoose to help him cope with the fallout from his split, and what started as genuine support soon morphed into gossip suggesting they were more than friends. Remy refused to let those murmurs stand unchallenged. She flew to social media, accusing Claressa of fabricating stories to portray herself as the innocent victim while simultaneously plotting to steal Papoose away. Claressa, astounded by these public allegations, labeled the claims absurd and offensive, but Remy's loud accusations only poured gasoline on the feud, ensuring everyone was watching. Then things took a dangerous turn when rumors emerged that Remy had allegedly hired someone to tamper with Claressa's pre-fight drink before a crucial bout against Danielle Perkins. Such a sabotage could have jeopardized Claressa's career. Any positive test might have resulted in suspension, stripping her of titles she'd fought relentlessly to earn in a male-dominated sport. When she learned this betrayal from one of Remy's own confidants, Claressa's anger reached a boiling point. Fueled by rage and hurt, she drove to Remy's home, determined to demand the truth face-to-face. But before a confrontation could turn physical, Papoose intervened. Witnesses say he stood firmly between them, reminding Shields that a brawl could cost her boxing license and destroy everything she had worked so hard to achieve. In that moment, Claressa felt trapped not only by Remy's alleged plot, but also by the shocking realization that someone she believed to be an ally would go so far as to destroy her reputation. Although no punches were thrown, the tension hung thick between the women and spread quickly online. Feeling isolated despite her fame and fortune, Claressa vented about how even family and childhood friends treated her differently after her meteoric rise, how providing for so many still left her vulnerable to criticism. With raw emotion simmering, the rivalry transitioned to social media, where both women turned up the heat. Claressa unleashed pointed posts calling out Remy's supposed betrayal, demanding accountability for the plan to end her career. Remy responded,
People say it's lonely at the top, but damn, this lonely?
Claressa, you got more fame and more money than you ever have in your life. How's your family dealing with that?
You know, sadly, I have, and it's not just from family and close, but I mean, it's close friends who I grew up with. Some people I never thought I'd be living my life without. Listen, I done bought every last one of my siblings a car.
Really?
Bought my mama a house, my mama 2 cars, my daddy a car, help him with his bills, help mama with her bills, help my sister take care of her 3 kids. Her 3 kids live with me. I go there to sit with the teachers, go to teacher conferences. I do all this stuff, and it seemed like the more you do, the more that they don't like you.
with a string of denials, portraying herself as the wounded spouse unfairly targeted by Shields' wild imagination, and accusing her of exploiting sympathy to defame Remy's name and marriage. The feud reached new heights when Claressa dropped a rapid-fire rap video packed with clever jabs and confrontational lyrics, an artistic salvo meant to flip the narrative and display her resilience. Some fans applauded her for turning personal pain into creative expression. Others scolded her for stirring the pot rather than letting legal authorities handle the alleged plot. Beyond the personal slights, this clash has raised broader concerns about the line between private grudge and professional sabotage. If Remy did spike Claressa's drink, she risked criminal charges and a professional ban, showcasing how personal disputes can morph into career-ending scandals in elite sports. Conversely, Claressa's willingness to confront Remy in person as a licensed athlete equipped with formidable skills sparked questions about whether she could face legal consequences for misusing her boxing training. And then there is Papoose, who remains stuck in the middle of this triangular drama. To some, he is a peacemaker striving to de-escalate a volatile situation. To others, he appears to be manipulating events, perhaps using Shields as retribution for Remy's infidelity. His role illustrates how deeply private relationships can become entangled in public battles when celebrities and social media collide. As this saga unfolded, fans erupted into debate. Supporters of Claressa praised her courage for standing up against powerful figures and safeguarding her hard-earned legacy. Others argued that as a professional boxer, she should have handled the matter through official channels rather than a public showdown, warning that physical confrontations, no matter how justified, could tarnish her reputation and deprive her of future opportunities. Remy's backers, meanwhile, dismissed Shields' allegations as a desperate grab for attention, defending Remy as a trailblazing artist who had earned her platform and deserved no less decency. Papoose's intervention split opinions as well. Some lauded him as a stabilizing force who prevented violence, while others suspected ulterior motives, speculating that he might be leveraging the conflict to settle scores of his own. Wild conspiracy theories even emerged, suggesting that the entire spectacle was a calculated PR gambit, with insider leaks and contrived drama woven into a storyline to boost visibility for all parties involved. The feud escalated further when industry insiders hinted at potential lawsuits over defamation and drink tampering, and boxing officials reportedly began reviewing the match under suspicion of foul play. Heavyweight discussions about boundaries, the responsibilities of public figures, and the impact of social media on conflict resolution have followed. Meanwhile, legal experts pointed out that if Remy's alleged plot were confirmed, she could face serious charges and sport-wide repercussions. If Claressa's confrontation crossed a legal...
Catch up! I want it!
Never. So bad. Look at her insecurity. Look at that. Look at her insecurity. Do I have? If y'all know a woman, this woman got major.
You know a woman. This woman wants to. Don't nobody want to be no drug cheating, no loser.
Look at she thinks
she all these things.
talk about something. Listen. Again, an insecure woman.
Listen again, an insecure woman.
Okay.
line, she too could face sanctions beyond the ring. At every turn, the narrative has remained unpredictable, with no clear winner emerging from the chaos. As both women weigh their next steps, whether to pursue legal action, issue public apologies, or attempt reconciliation, the boxing world and hip-hop community watch closely. Claressa Shields stands at a crossroads: protect her undefeated record and focus on training, or continue to defend her honor through public sparring matches on Instagram. Remy Ma must decide whether to clear her name through a formal investigation or double down on her denials, risking further backlash. And Papoose, whose loyalty has been tested by rumors and revelations, faces the toughest choice of all: stand by the spouse who shaped half of his life, or embrace a new alliance born from scandal. Regardless of how this story ends, one thing is certain. When personal relationships collide with professional ambitions under the relentless gaze of the internet, the fallout can be catastrophic, and the scars may take years to heal.